Hi guys, welcome back to an update from Notts County. As you can see here, the board confidence update. My job is on its way to being very secure. The board are delighted with the leadership qualities I have demonstrated, and the achievements from last season are fresh in their memories. A major contributing factor has been the atmosphere in and around the dressing room. They're slightly concerned over the signing of Dom Dwyer, and they've also asked for patience while they deal with the speculation regarding the club. I did get a bit of a news update that the club were potentially looking to be taken over. So I have just got on with my job whilst things have gone on. So for the Sky Bet Championship over the season, we are projected to make a profit of 1.4 million and required to make a loss no more than 2 million. I'm fairly hopeful we can do that. We haven't done any pre-season friendlies yet. We have a game coming up at home against Ghent. Then we are away against Exeter, away against Barnet, away against MK Dons. Then we are at home to Altrincham, and then I have managed to get Man City at home in what I hope to be a blockbuster sellout game that will bring in some much needed funds for the new season. We then start against Crystal Palace in our first home game in the Championship. We have Scunthorpe in the first round of the Capital One Cup, and our last game of the season is at home against Tranmere. We have a very, very, very hard run in. You've got QPR, so you've got QPR as our last game of the season. We've got QPR, Tranmere, Brighton, Leeds, Wigan, Villa, Blackburn. We've got Wolves in there. It's a very, very tough league. We are going to potentially struggle. I'm hoping for a mid-table finish at the best. But we do have some good players coming in have come in. And I will show you now the transfer centre. There are a few players who I have looked to potentially pick up. Lawrence Vigouroux is on his way out on loan. He's going to go to Swindon, as they have said they'll make him a first team regular goalkeeper and are going to pay 100% of his wages. He could have gone to QPR, but it'd have only been cover for the first team, and he can be covered for the first team for me. I want him to get first team football, so he's going to go on Swindon for a season, hopefully. Derek Potts is we can put in a bid for him. They only bid, I think it was 27,000 for him, and he's got a 5-star report. He's in our under 21s, and he's a potential to. Sorry, I'll start again. My assistant Terry Gibson believes that Potts' potential could lead him to become a Premier Division central midfielder, a good Premier Division central midfielder, and they only wanted to offer me 27,000. I think it was about that for him. I said that you can have him for 55,000 and 20% of his next sale, and they rejected that. I put in a bid with Wigan for Leon Barnett, which got accepted. That was for 50,000 for the central defender Leon Barnett. Unfortunately, though, stumbling block was his wages. If I could have got him for the 13,500 a week, I would have taken that, but unfortunately he wanted 19,500, and I just wasn't prepared to give him that much. And then the other one we were looking at was Conrad Balatoni from Blackpool, valued at, I think it's 450,000. Yeah, 400, but they wanted 675,000 plus 25% of his next sale, and it's Blackpool are now in League One, so I was hoping I could have got him for a bit of a steal. Quickly show you the budget. So we have a remaining budget of 310,000, and our wages, we have 123,000 available, and apparently, according to that, I'm spending his salary commitments. Let's have a look here. Tell you what, I'll do it the old-fashioned way, and I will go to Transfer Centre and show you wage budget £630. See, that's all we have. I can obviously alter the budget and make more available should I want to sign anyone on a free agent. We do have 6,000 available. I'll leave it around there. It's 190,000 that gives us, and that gives us 3,000. It has gone up due to the fact that I have brought some players in, and I will show you. So let's go Transfer Centre, let's go Transfer History, and 4 players have left the club. Paul Konchesky has left the club after being with the club for 2 days. Now, I don't know what the hell happened here, but he signed and then said no thanks, he's leaving. And if you ask him to sign, he's like, I'm not currently interested in entering negotiations. Playing for Notts County would not be a wise decision due to my dislike of the club. Now, I don't know where that's come from or what, but he's all of a sudden didn't want to play for us and had his contract terminated. Bell has gone, McMillan has gone, and Callum Barrett has gone, but in has come Gary Medine on a free. Good 24-year-old striker. I'm hoping he can bag some goals for us, and along with So and DeVayo and Barnard, it should be a good enough attack for the Championship. He is a good player for Sheffield Wednesday in real life and was in this game as well. Paul Konchesky is obviously, we know about him. Stephen Ireland, I thought this was a great signing, we could get him in. He's on £7,250 a week. But I thought getting Stephen Ireland in was a fantastic decision for the club, and just to have a Premier League quality player like him. He's only 28, so he's still got a good few years ahead of him. And I thought getting him in would be a good decision. Also, we signed Adam Eckersley from Peterborough for 100,000. He's valued at 125,000 now. He's a left back, and he's a good player, and he will complement Sheehan, who we also have in the left back role. We have signed Blake from Crystal Palace as well. A right-sided defender. He can also play in the centre as well, and he also play in the defensive mid role. But this guy he's 26. His report is okay. He's a decent player for most Sky Bet Championship sides. Quickly show you Blake. Yep, decent player for most Championship sides. Adam Eckersley was the other guy. I'll show you his report. Decent player for most Championship sides. Stephen Ireland, I forgot to do his report and show you a lot of base on. Good player for most Championship sides. And we have this guy from Liverpool, João Teixeira. Attacking mid-centre, but can also play central mid. It says he'd be a good player for League One sides and the potential to be a good player for Sky Bet Championship sides. So I got him on the premise that he will improve. £6,500, so £6,250 a week. It's a lot of money, but I think he can be a good player, and to get him on a free as well from Liverpool, I couldn't go wrong at that. And we have Edwards from Swansea, who's on £2,900 a week, attacking mid right or just midfield right, just to take the place of Bell. We have Dom Dwyer on one side who can cover Bell, because Bell played both sides. We have Campbell Rice that can play both sides. There's Moyo that can just play left. So I wanted Edwards who could play on the right. Decent play for Sky Bet Championship side. So I'm just looking to get a few solid players in. We do have a little bit of money left who we can use for other players. I may look to bring in another central defender. I think that could be the way that I look to do things. Position, you can see their central defenders. We have Leacock, we have Davey, we have Hollis, who's out on loan, but I may keep him with me this season. We have Jalifuco, we have Heinrich. So I do have a few good central defenders, but Jalifuco is going to be the main one. I've given him a couple of more weeks off as he has been on World Cup duty. I think it's going to be Jalifuco and Leacock potentially. Actually, Manny Smith had a good year last year, so I think it's going to be Manny Smith and Jalifuco my main two, with Leacock as the third centre back, with then Davey and Hollis, and Heinrich can play defensive mid role. We've got Dumbaya for the right side of defence. We've also got Darcy Blake there. We've got Eckersley, who can play on the left, and we've also got Sheehan that can play on the left. Defensive mid, we've got Fotheringham, we've got Little, we've got Jermaine Jenner. Central mid, we've got Richardson, we've got McAnuff, we've got Bukhari, we've got Ireland, we've got Teixeira, we've got Little that can play there. We've got enough central mid. On the right, we have Campbell Rice, we have Edwards. On the left, we've got Campbell Rice. If we want, we've got Tempest. We also have Lemeras, we have Moyo. potentially Dom Dwyer, but Dom Dwyer maybe uses a striker. We have Coombs, So, Dwyer, Di Vaio, Barnard, Haynes and Medine all up front. Coombs is going to be offered to clubs. I will offer him for 25,000, just to get him off the wage books. And there we go, we will offer him to clubs. And the other thing I want to have a look at with you guys now is the under-21 squad. See, it's a little bit thin on the ground. We do have a few players who are coming up for renewal. Derek Potts there is one I want to get some game time in here with him. Chindu Vine, another one I'm hoping he's going to get a few games with the under-21s. Under-18s is the same. We'll get some more players coming in. I can drop some of these senior players to the under-21 should I want to. Maybe Texeria needs to drop down. McAnuff, to be fair, will be one that I will drop down, get him some game time with the under-21s. I would have to take it from there. Maybe Heinrich is one that could drop down and get a bit of game time. Oh, I didn't mean to take him to the under-21s. Under-18, sorry. Let's have him squad under-21s. There we go. Well, yeah, that's it, guys. We have some decent fixtures coming up, and let me know if you can think of anyone. We're in July 2015, so any free agents that you know of, any players you think I should be signing, any young players, feel free to put them in the comments below, and I will. I'll not play this for a couple of days and let you guys put some comments in, and then I'll get the pre-season games done and get back to you with any potential new signings and how I got on in pre-season. And I'll make the first game against Palace the game for the live com. I may do two. I may do the game against Scunthorpe as well. We'll have to see. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.